My name is Raj and I'm one badass pharmaceutical rep. I can immunize anything from smallpox to strep. Now today I'd like to talk to you about lovely vaccinations, the medical phenomenon sweeping every sensible nation. Now let us count the pros, there are quite a few, all of which are helping in protecting you. Now one idea is to completely kill the disease through worldwide supply, protecting all the people so you don't have to die. Have any of you heard of a little disease called smallpox? Oh no, you haven't, because we have the CDC under locks. Good riddance, you machine of death. And with a little more moolah, measles and polio could be put to rest. All we ask for is a bit of cash and a few short symptoms to gain permanent immunity. By getting vaccinated, you protect both you and your community. Should you get vaccinated, you limit the spread of infection, thus hampering possible outbreaks in both speed and direction. Now let's answer some questions. How about you in the back? Yes, you sure with the shirt that says medicines for hacks. Oh dear.
Hello, Mr. Raj. My name is Jack Christian. I was born against vaccinations that I like to mention. I write down and use my hand in the Bible. We have a child of Jesus.
You have to do that part live.
Yeah.
Live.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. He did.
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, I got a little,
You sound like
robotic.
I have a copy.
That's why you don't. That's why you don't auto tune.
Can we do that whole thing?
Yeah, do the whole thing. Starting with Alex.
If he has to do the whole thing, you have to do it. Here we go.
That sounds like
The whole thing. You
Stephen
don't have to act now. Just do, say it.
You can do it slowly.
Oh,
If
there's
they spit hot fire on that one.
Pretend it's a really passionate poem.
Is Alex taking a
Oh,
look?
and,
I guess.
You know,
I hear the buzz.
passionate.
Oh well, technical
Alex, say you're good. We're
difficulties.
getting excited.
I know it again. Well, you see what you do when
We
you
don't need that.
edge.
Oh, I started.
So happens when you auto tune stuff.
More or less green.
And you're not good.
I know, it was weird, wasn't it?
So we finally found something that
Too
Chase
bad,
isn't good
because
at.
Alex's came out really well.
Alright,
Mixing sound.
I guess so.
Yeah, from the start. Take two.
Wait, if you hold that, then you won't be able to.
I know, so we have to
Hey! Alright. My name is Raj and I'm one badass pharmaceutical rep. I can immunize anything from smallpox to strep. Now today I want to talk to you about lovely vaccinations, the medical phenomenon sweeping every sensible nation. Now let us count the pros, there are quite a few, all of which are helping in protecting you. Now one idea is to kill disease through worldwide supply, protecting all the people so you don't have to die. Have any of you heard of a little disease called smallpox? Oh no, you haven't, because it's in the CDC underlocks. Good riddance, you machine of death, and with a little more moolah, measles and polio could be put to rest. All we ask for is a bit of cash and a few short symptoms to gain permanent immunity. By getting vaccinated, you protect both you and your community. Should you get vaccinated, you limit the spread of infection, thus hampering its outbreak in both speed and direction. And this thing would go down.
Scroll.
Now let me take this opportunity to ask some questions. How about you in the back? Yes, you, sir, with the shirt that says medicines for hacks.
Hello, Mr. Raj. My name is Jack the Christian. I have some points on vaccinations that I'd like to be pitching. And right down here is my handy-dandy Bible. Handy-dandy Bible. I'm endorsing the trials of Jesus and his revival. And nowhere in it do I see your matters and aforementioned. Which brings me to question its very convention. Now I have more than what my Bible likes to preach. I have in my heart more scientific causes for what I teach. Did you know that some vaccinations may have links to the onset of autism? And we all know that's just as bad as red old communism. And that's not the only problem these sins have been known to create. Allergic reactions and autoimmune responses these things can also generate. And let's not even talk about how pricey these things are. You own what, 6 houses and 15 cars? You see, Mr. Raj, all the bad things these can cause, and yet you stand up there and argue vaccines are without flaws. Ha, people laugh at me when I refuse to put your poison in my veins. We'll see who has the last laugh when you contract those god-awful aches and pains.
Oh,
It's not fun.
okay. You stupid scroll. I got it.
Oh, it's like any rap battles in history.
Are you crazy, Christian? Tell me, what will you do when you get a bad stomach ache brought out by the flu? Well, you'll be sitting in your trailer throwing up all your food when you could have been immune just like every other dude. And don't hide behind your Messiah's justification. Jesus didn't use vaccinations just like he didn't believe in nuclear proliferation. Now, you might be hating on the price of my preventive medication, but allow me to provide you a true revelation. Vaccines are much more cost effective than you care to speak. You try paying for diseases when you're infected and you're weak. And their low price allows us to immunize practically the entire earth. So what if we shoot up some babies right after birth? Thanks to our vaccines, some diseases are a non-issue. Just look at the WHO and smallpox. That should convince you. So what if your country makes you stick a needle in your arm? Saving your life is just part of its charm. Now I know that you have an issue with your own personal rights. They're just concerned you're too foolish to fight your own fights. I mean, are Negroes so scary that you prefer to die? Or is there other issues that you would care to try?
Yeah, a few issues with all these laws. I'm pretty sure your medicines break more than just 10 laws. Who in their right mind would put mercury in a child? Oh, you? Well, that's what these court cases here filed. Yeah, you fellas weren't too smart pre-1999. Turned medicine into poison better than water into wine. You claim this isn't mercury anymore, but forgive me if I don't believe you, Mr. Dumb as a door. You guys are worse than pedophiles and kids are who you love. They pop right out and you've got your needles and your gloves. Everything's a question what happens when you fill them up like balloons. Overload their immune systems. You're putting them in tombs. And allow me to apologize for being entitled to freedom here in the US of A. At least here we need cows for our curds and whey. I should have right to choose what I put on my blood. It should be my own choice, like you eating mud. Vaccines are dangerous to everyone. It's just that simple. They make us sick, and that's my own principle.
Damn, this was deep. Hey, everyone, who's next?